Okay, I want to thank you all for coming out. We are here to celebrate the groundbreaking of our Central and Unser Transit Center. This has been a project a long time in the making that the community members and as our city councilors will speak to have wanted for a long time. This is part of catching up the west side to the rest of the city, especially when it comes to public transit. It's also part of placemaking. As we've mentioned before, this intersection is the centerpiece of our placemaking on the west side. And it has to do with the library, which has already wonderfully been completed, and with the economic development mixed use project across the street, and the work that we're doing here to create a transit hub right here on the southwest side of the west side. And so for us, this is going to be an anchor for the 766 Rapid Ride route, also 3 other ABQ Ride bus routes, and of course a route to Route 66 Casino for fans that are going to be operated by Rio Metro Regional Transit. And of course there's the casino, but also the events at the casino, which I know are very popular, and this is going to allow us to have a better public transit route for that. So rebuilding this transportation hub is going to allow us to serve a lot more Burqueños, especially in this side of town. And as I mentioned, this intersection is part of trying to spread placemaking efforts to different key strategic areas around the city. So coming soon, we're also going to be working on the traffic flow. As you can see, this whole area is under construction. We're looking at a multi-use trail, bike lanes, ADA compliance on every corner at this intersection. And so this is going to be a transportation hub for our city and hopefully a multi-use commercial hub as well. And of course, once our art project is up and running, this is also going to be one of the refueling stops to help alleviate some of the challenges we're having with the buses. So this is the west side accompaniment to the Coronado Transit Center recharging station that we discussed, I think, last month. So now to touch on the construction of this project, we are going to hear, well actually first we're going to hear from our city councilors, and then we're going to hear from our transit director, Bernie Toon. So we'll start with Ken or Clarissa, you guys decide, Ken? So first our council president, Ken Sanchez. Yep, ladies first. This area district councilman, councilwoman, Councilor Pena.
Welcome. I'm just going to be really brief, and I'm kind of going to speak to you from the community perspective. I represented this area as president of SWAN many moons ago, and this has really been a vision of the community for a long time now. So I'm really excited to see that all the work that they've put into this for many years is really starting to come to fruition. As the mayor mentioned, all the various amount of projects. As you know, West Central is in the metropolitan redevelopment area. It's an underserved area in need of redevelopment for a long time, and I'm just glad to see this project and many more coming in the near future. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Pena. Today, here on Albuquerque's west side, is an extraordinary day. If you look back in history, not too long ago, the park and ride was located just east of us with no canopies. The community came together through a charrette many years ago with Councilor Pena, who at the time was the president of SWAN. And together we looked at a vision for this activities area. We've got a brand new library. Today we are working on the expansion of the roadway here at Unser. New pedestrian-friendly sidewalks will be going in, and hopefully in the near future the art project will be under construction. But this took a collaborative effort working with my members of the Albuquerque City Council and working with the mayor. And these projects will be beneficial not only to the residents from this area, but throughout the city, because many people from across the city come to the Patrick J. Baca Library. It is one of the busiest libraries in our city. And when we opened this project 2 years ago, residents were saying, why are you building libraries in this day and age? If you walk into that library, it is bustling today. And also with a park and ride, Councilor Benton is here also. He did represent the area just right across at one time, and we knew the importance of transit for this area. And I want to thank Councilor Benton for all of his work and his vision in understanding the transportation corridor and the needs of transportation for this area. One of the things that they are going to have here, they are going to have the mobile food trucks that can be selling food when people get off the buses, because a lot of people utilize the central route. I mean, people don't realize that, but during the school year, UNM students can ride free to the University of New Mexico. So if you come here between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning and throughout the day, you'll see students from the University of New Mexico taking the bus to school instead of trying to pay for parking and avoiding the nightmare of parking at the University of New Mexico. So there will be food trucks here. We have a brand new dialysis center that has just recently opened up. UNM has the medical clinic here, and this new facility will be a $5 million project. So we are very excited about the work that's going to be done here in this transit center. The West Side residents and the city of Albuquerque deserves these type of amenities. Again, thank you, Mayor Keller, for your work. And United, Councilor Borrego, you worked for the city of Albuquerque as a planner with the metropolitan redevelopment area, and I want to thank you for your vision in working with us on the charrettes and all of the work we did in making sure this area came together. So, Councilor Borrego, thank you for years of experience. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Good job, everybody. So, with some of the details, I want to hand it off to our transit director, but also was just chatting with Councilor Borrego in a unique role. This is a project long time coming, and I think one of the things our administration wants to do is push all of these long time projects to the finish line and get them done. And if you just look around this intersection, you can see how we have the pedal to the metal on these projects. And to give you an idea, Councilor Borrego did the master plan for this when she was director of planning 9 years ago.
Yes.
All right, so now we're breaking ground. Okay, Bernie, tell us about construction.
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you, councilors, for being here. So last Saturday, August 18, the operations of the Central and Unser Travel Center moved to a temporary park and ride lot fronting Unser Boulevard just a few hundred feet east of us here. The temporary CUTC is equipped with lighting, signage, and shelters for passengers. And for the next few months, it will take buses and passengers for the following routes. Number 54, the Bridge and Westgate route. Number 66 on Central. Number 198, the 98th, the Dennis Chavez. Number 766, the Rapid Ride Red Line. And number 366, the Route 66 Casino and Rio Metro line that the mayor mentioned earlier. Since the 5 bus routes that use Central and Unser will only have to move about 300 feet away, we don't expect any delays in service due to this project. Buses and passengers will use the entrance on Saraceno Northwest at Unser Boulevard to enter the temporary facility. This entrance can also be used to access the neighboring UNM Southwest Mesa Center, Dialysis Clinic Incorporated, and the Patrick J. Baca Library just ahead of us. The 7 Central Avenue entrance to the CUTC is going to be closed for the duration of the repair work on this facility. Once the reconstruction is completed in early February, operations will shift back to the rebuilt Central and Unser Transit Center right around February 1st of next year. And I'll give it back to the mayor to close up.
Okay, well, let me close with saying that there are a host of construction companies, architects, etc. involved in this, as well as our transit department. So, 1, 2, 3.